What's up guys, today I'm going to show you how I changed the oil on my 2006 Pajero. First thing I'm doing is popping the bonnet and taking the oil cap off to allow more air in for when I pull that sump plug and we drain everything out. Now I've been using Burson oils for the past 3 years since I bought this car. Excellent stuff, haven't had an issue so far, and always going with the Ryco filters. They seem to be a better product than anything else I can get my hands on. With the oil now draining, my next job is to get this filter off, which could be a bit of a task. Let's see how we go. Seems like I did a good job at lubing it up this last time because it's coming off a treat. Now, something I've always been told is good practice is to pre-fill your oil filter with oil so that when the system starts again, it doesn't have all the work to do priming this before the rest of the engine gets primed with oil. We'll take a bit of that and we'll just rub it around there on that seal to make sure that that seats up nicely when we thread it on. Now, I always like to wipe down that seat where the oil filter screws down just to ensure that there's no damage and there's nothing there that may indicate an issue in your engine. Once that's done, I'll thread the new filter on. Now just remember, you don't need to be crazy tight with these. Just firm to seat that O-ring. Rubber is an amazing thing and it will do an excellent job to take up that seal. Just while we're talking about seals and making things oil tight, your sump plug will have a washer on this bottom face here. A lot of vehicle manufacturers these days suggest that you replace this with your oil change. So it's up to you whether you do this or not, but it tends to be the done thing. We'll just replace that sump plug. Now, while we've had this front bash plate off, I've noticed I've got a slight oil leak from this sensor on the front diff here on the Mitsubishi. So I'm just going to check that front diff level and make sure it hasn't lost too much. But next time we change the oils on these diffs, I'm going to have to find a new seal for this or a new washer. And if you can see there, I've got a couple of drips of oil coming out of that diff housing already, so it must just be a slight weep, nothing to be concerned about. Torque that one back up to spec. dash plate's done. Now I hope no one's judging me on my aim here. I haven't got a funnel, but we're making it work. Now we know the car takes 6.4 litres of oil, including the filter, I think. So we'll put this full 5 litres in and about 1 litre of the next container, and then we'll check where we're at. But I like to let that container sit upside down for about 30 seconds, just to allow that last bit of oil to drain. Not doing anyone any good in the container. So let's have a look at that dipstick. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's just coming up on low. Put about another half a litre in. That's actually all I've got left between the leftover oil and the new one that I bought, so it might be bang on. Wipe that down. Replace the filler cap. Double check our oil level. As you can see there, we're just in between the low and full marks, so we might need to grab some more oil. But let's take this baby for a drive. So we're just going to start it up here, and we're going to be looking for that oil pressure light to go out within, say, 10 seconds of starting the vehicle, just to make sure that we have got oil pressure in the system again. Here it goes. And that went out pretty well straight away. I'd say that's attributed to preloading that oil filter with oil. Just helps the system build prime a lot faster. Excellent. Especially when you live on the road like we do, I find it's worth the effort to just soak up any excess off the top of the paper towel, tape up the top of the filter. Once you get it organised like that, whack him back in the box, put it in a safe spot until you can get rid of it appropriately. Anyone that hasn't seen this done before, the easiest way to make a quick funnel, just cut up and bottle, and then that can whack straight in the top of your oil container. So that pretty much summarizes it, guys. That's how we do our oil changes on the road anywhere in Australia. If you like the video, give us a like, hit subscribe, and I'm sure YouTube has another video for you right there that's worth watching. Thanks, guys.